Thank you for tuning in to Homeschool Homesteaders. Today we're going to talk about how homesteaders enjoy pizza. Now, this is the street that I live on, and as you drive through my neighborhood, you realize that I live in the middle of nowhere. And when you approach my downtown, this is my downtown, not much of it, and if you blink, you'll probably miss it. So the problem is that if you want a good pizza, you don't have many options. You go to a gas station to buy pizza, you go to a store, buy a frozen pizza, which is very expensive, around $10 average, and maybe one pizza place we have in town that will maybe deliver to my house. Otherwise, we have to drive half hour to 40 minutes to get some pizza. But that does not bother us because as homesteaders, we learned and taught ourselves the art of making pizzas. So we actually make better pizzas than what you could buy out there. So without further ado, please enjoy this video. It's going to be a series of how we make pizzas. And hopefully you could implement these tricks in your own kitchen. First pizza we're going to make in this series is the Detroit style pizza. It is the easiest pizza to make, and I got 7 kids and all of my kids will vote this as their favorite pizza. We're going to make one pizza and stuff crust cheesy bread out of the same dough. This dough is very forgiving. It could be wet, it could be dry, it'll still work. It has to be preferably on the wet side. So it has to be shaggy. You could always pause the video and get the recipe or read the descriptions down below. But what we need is, like I said, a shaggy dough, and you're going to let it rise for 2 hours at room temperature. Or maybe you got a bread machine, you can have it rise inside your bread machine. But once it is done, we're going to poke it with 2 fingers to make sure it's perfect. And then we're going to split it into thirds. 1/3 will be for the cheesy bread. The other 2/3 will be for the pizza. And we grease the pan with rendered pig lard. This is something I make myself. I render it myself. You could use olive oil, sure, butter, but pig lard works the best. And that's what they use in professional pizza chains. What we're going to do first is the cheesy bread. So with the cheesy bread, we're going to put cheese on top. But first, we're going to stuff the crust with mozzarella sticks. You just buy these in the store and do something what I'm doing on this video. Then we're going to add a very generous helping of cheese. For the Detroit style pizza, we're going to work backwards and we're going to put pepperoni on the dough. The juices from the pepperoni and other ingredients will soak into the dough crust and give it its delicious flavor. A sausage I make myself. You just take ground pork, go to your garden, rip some spices. Sage is important. You better have sage in your sausage. And you broil it. Pre-cook it, crumble it up, and put it on top of your Detroit pizza. And top it with cheese. And for the tomato sauce, you could use anything you want. I have this San Marzano can, which is very expensive, $4.29 just for this can alone. You make your sauce on the frying pan. Read some ingredients, read some recipes somewhere from the web or make your own. I always make it differently, but it still tastes good. And you put it on top of the cheese. So we're working backwards. Both of these pizzas go into a very hot oven at 550. I repeat, that is 550 degrees, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, but you have to keep your eye on it because cooking times differ. So let's take out this cheesy bread. Now, for the stuffed crust cheesy bread, we will have to take some garlic butter and spread it on the cheesy bread. Room temperature butter. Buy some garlic paste, or you can make your own garlic paste at home. Very easy to do, but basically any spices you like as well, such as Italian seasoning, oregano. You mix it on, and then you put it on your cheesy bread with a brush. You could also use this for the crust of the pizza or as a dipping sauce. But I prefer, since we have homemade marinara, we're going to dip our cheesy bread into the marinara sauce. And let's look at the pizza as well. As you can see, very cheesy, perfect pizza. And like I said, my kids love this pizza. It's their #1 pizza. And thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned because I'm going to have a whole series coming up about how we enjoy pizzas at home. Thank you.